Hi, and welcome to Montessori Mindset. My name is Karen Champagne. I am a Montessori educator. I have worked for the last 28 years in the field of Montessori as a teacher, as a trainer, and of course, I'm also a Montessori mom to two amazing children. With this channel, we like to look at questions that teachers and parents often ask me during workshops, courses, and other trainings. For today's question, it's a question from a parent. And the parent says that when they're doing toilet training with the child is used to pooping, peeing in the diaper, and they won't tell the parent that they need to poo or they need to pee uh, until they've already done it, until it's too late. But the child is willing to do this at school. When the teachers invite them to go to the toilet, the child is very happy to use the toilet properly at school, but he's not willing to do it at home. And the parent is asking for some advice. What can I do to help my child to toilet train as successfully at home as they are at school? Usually, what I've noticed when parents are having difficulties with things at home, when it's not going as smoothly at home as it does at school, it's very often because at school teachers are able to set a very strict routine. Things have to happen in a certain way according to a certain schedule. And teachers don't really like it's not easy for us to go, well, today is going to be an exception because I have to really hurry and get to the shop. Today we're going to do this a bit later. I'm going to let you nap longer. In schools, children have a very, very set routine. This happens at this time, this happens at that time, this happens at that time. And children become reliant on that routine. Because children have confidence in that routine, they know when things are going to happen, they know in what order things are going to happen, they feel that stability. And that makes it easier for them to know what is expected and how to do it. And it makes it easier for them to cooperate with something like toilet learning. The first thing that I would suggest is don't go back and forth because the child was unsuccessful, so now we're going to keep the diaper on for 2 more days and we'll try after 3 days or we'll try after a month or after a week or something like that. Once you decide to make that commitment for toilet learning, stick with it. Keep the diaper off. You can keep the diaper on perhaps during nap times. I did with my children when we were traveling, perhaps by public transport on the bus or on a subway, in a taxi, in a car. I did keep the diapers on during those times because I couldn't easily stop. In the beginning of toilet learning, really, when a child says, Mommy, I need to go, we really they need to go. They don't have our ability to hold it until we get to an appropriate place to relieve ourselves. So for those times, I did keep the diapers on. But when at home, when at school, the diapers came off and we stayed off. So the next point is take the child to the toilet on a regular basis. As a teacher, what I used to do was when we were introducing toilet learning to children, we would try roughly every 20 to 30 minutes, we would invite a child to come and use the toilet. By inviting, I do not mean say, would you like to go to the toilet? I would say, come, I'm going to take you to the toilet because we really want the child to come with. Once the child has successfully either urinated or defecated in the toilet, then the gap would go longer because we know they've relieved themselves. They're okay, they're safe. Also, another very important point to make here is that we are not going to interrupt something in order to take them to the toilet. So if the child is at home and they're watching a movie, which they should not be doing at this age, no judgment at all, but let's use a better example. If a child's reading a book and you look on your watch and you go like, oh, 20-minute roll call, I'm taking you to the bathroom. The child starts resenting it because it's coming in the way of something that they are enjoying. So what I would recommend is try, and the times that you're inviting them to go and use the bathroom, to try and do that kind of in a transition time. So maybe before they have a meal, after they've had the meal, before they brush their teeth, after they brush their teeth, when as soon as they're done with their story, something like that. Before we go outside, once we come back from inside. So right when when the child is in between things, that way the act of toileting is not coming in the way of something that they are doing. The next point is it's very helpful for the child to realize that we as adults also use the toilet and how we use the toilet. So, as a parent, you can invite the child to come along with you. I'm going to the toilet. Do you want to bring a book or a toy? You can have a potty that you have in the bathroom with next to your toilet, and the child can sit over there and they can read a book, they can chat with you, but they get a sense of how normal this is to do. Another thing is to try and um, to try and keep calm. Don't obsess over it. Sometimes resistance to toilet learning happens because of a power struggle, because they feel that perhaps you're putting too much pressure on them, and they feel this is a way of, you're not going to force me. I always recommend, when there is a resistance to toilet learning, stop the pressure, stop the reminders, don't put the diaper back on, but when something happens, when there is a toileting incident, to say to the child, "Oh, I see you urinated. Let's clean it up." With older children, they can actually be a part of the cleanup. You can show them how to remove their clothes and throw them in the laundry hamper, or put them in a bucket with sterilization agents in. You can show them how to clean the floor, how to clean their legs, those kind of things, and have them really be a process of it. But take away the fighting. Take out the fighting. Take out the shame. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, it's dirty. Aren't you ashamed? Look how dirty it is. Oh, it stinks. Oh, this, oh, this, oh, this." We must try and move away from these judgments and these feelings of shame. It makes it harder for the child. If you found this content useful, if you like the content, please like, please subscribe, please share it with anyone else who you think might find this of value. Thank you very much.